Assalamualaikum and good day to my beloved lecturer Sir Muhammad Firdaus bin Ahmad and my fellow friends. We are the last group to presenting the topic technology in sport, sport science, physical education and research. Let me introduce our group members. The first one is Muhammad Arif Zahawi, the second one is Atika Shahida binti Ismail, and the last one is myself, Muhammad Shakir bin Mahadi.
First of all, technology is a study and the transformation of human-created techniques that use tools and machines. Humans can use the technology to study or involve in the physical element in their life. Ethical consideration of technology in sports. There are the questions they need to use in the technology in the sports. There are 5. So which is the first one is the what changes in sports have occurred because of the technology and advanced material. How has the technology compromised in the sport experience? What are the benefits occur through the technology and advanced material? What are the possible solution or guideline to follow with the use of advanced material? And the last one is what are the common scenario that address ethical issue in the technology? So for the 5 question are all into the one answer, which is advanced material design in sports equipment technology has changed the sport experience to one which is succeed without much talent or training. Advanced material can contribute significantly to tell how well an athlete, even a recreational player, can perform. That is, the sport equipment is stronger, tougher, stiffer, and more resilient. Next is a sporting challenge. Sporting challenge is divided into 2, which is good effects and the bad effects. So for the good effects, it is improvement of the material that can help the athlete to perform the sports. It is also give many advantage to the participant to join the sports. And last one, more safer to the athlete to use and easier their motor skills equation. For example, using a football ball, hockey sticks, or jersey material. Other than that, bad effects, it is also can harm and bad consequences to the user, which means the item of the sport it used, such as blade of the ice skate. New equipment or improvement of the equipment must be. So for the first one is not harmful or destructive to individual. As you know, many athletes use the item of the sports that is new. It's also helpful in performing the activities, help to improve their motor skills, improve their health, improve their physical fitness, and the last one is improve the enjoyment of doing activities. Alternative argument. Alternative argument, it may be the advantage or disadvantage for a certain people. Technology is one of the important that help people to perform better. For example, in the worldwide issue, Renault Formula One Ferrari engine is better technology to claim the race in the 2005. The second one is the swimming suit. Polystyrene was banned by the FINA in the 2008. Now, swimmer can use the carbon fiber-based fabrication with a minimal covering. As you can see here, athletes that have better sponsorship can dominate the game. Next is a direct harm. Direct harm is the potential physical danger in the equipment that built with the advanced material may pose to the player or spectator. For example, in javelin, it may cause harm to the people around it. Other example, which is baseball. This technology have permits the thrill and achievement, but it less aware of the safety issue. Now, I will pass to the next presenter, which is Atika.
Thank you. Hi, I am Atika Deputy Ismail. Will continue with technology in a bottle. Technology in a bottle is parable where humans have limits. With the technology in sport, it can help improve the performance of athlete in doing something like using lightweight running shoes technology. It can help athlete run more comfortable and quickly. But when the athlete always use the technology and always run with the maximum level of his or her abilities, it will have a detrimental effect of him or her in their future on the health of his knee and suffer from osteoarthritis, debilitated knees. Next is moral responsibility. Moral responsibility is a person's sense of responsibility for their position that he or she currently holding. For example, as an athlete, the athlete is responsible for keep on training and doing their best during the competition. Next is ethic. Ethic in this have three components, which is personal philosophy, social philosophy, and professional philosophy. First is philosophy. Philosophy is the expression of our character. It is definition of our belief with create vision and mission of our goal in life, which is the set point of life. For example, as an athlete have their philosophy to success, so that the standard of that philosophy will see based on the action of that athlete to achieve the philosophy by doing the action. The action like how they doing their training and on how they perform their competition to success. Second is social philosophy. Social philosophy is understanding of social behavior in society. This is the action of someone toward social institution such as family members, education members, and also can be the sport team members. The last one is professional philosophy. Professional philosophy is actions towards job. There are some value in actions towards job. First is commitment, second is honesty, last one is positivity. Commitment is performance and satisfactions on job. Honesty is the actions on others at workplace. Is that person do the trustful on their job, and is that person doing fair and equal on the others. Positivity is on how the person maintain their positivity to do their work for desired success for their job. Next is codes of ethics. There are 5 codes of ethics. First is regulative. Regulative is the rules and regulations that has been set on organization so that people not doing things that are forbidden. Second is protects public interest and the interest those is it serve. It is in the public interest. For example, as a sports organization needs to look after the welfare of their athletes. Next is not self-serving. Not self-serving is mean does not prioritize on some individual only, which mean do not do any bias. Next is specific and honest. Specific ethic is mean knowing the specification or purpose the company wants, and everything needs honest for organization security. The last one is must be both police and policed, which mean the regulated by law and organized by administration, which is this need to be followed by every individual in the organization. All of the rules and regulation in the organization that need to be followed so that the state of the organization is control over everything behavior performed. In this slide, I will explain about codes of ethics in physical education. This is law in physical education. First is professional ethical conduct. As a physical educator, it is the necessarily to conduct the activity properly. Second is professional practice and performance. For this, as a physical educator must follow and use the knowledge properly to student, which is the physical educator must teach the proper step so that no information error or the injuries occur. Third is ethical conduct toward colleague. This is the behavior of one physical educator towards other physical educator, whether he or she kind towards their co-worker or not. Fourth is ethical conduct toward students. This is the conductor, which is the physical educator behavior towards the students or the athletes. Did he or she teach the student or the athlete sincerely and truthfully? The last one is ethical conduct towards parents and community. This is the behavior the physical educator towards the parents of the students or the athletes, and the physical educator behavior towards community. Did he behave well towards them or not? As a physical educator must not making false statements. Second is do not making discriminating or bias against other based on religions, races or gender, and on someone disability. The last one is a physical educator do not revealing confidential informations on concerning students to the public. That's all for me. I will pass to the next presenter.
This slide about code of ethics in sport science and research has three, which is first must involve the study of human adaptation to sport and exercise. For example, we can see kinesiology. Kinesiology study the mechanic of human movement and how they impact our health and well-being. Second, must be to consider acceptable research practice and ethical conduct so that the research can be done properly. Third, the research is need to know how humans should treated and expose those individual for unacceptable ethical conduct to avoid mistake. Next, the slide is about scandal of experiment. For example, the scandal of experiment, we can see when NBA experimented with a microfiber ball in 2006. The new ball, as it was commonly known, was cheaper to make, but some players basketball absolutely hate this ball. They complained about the ball to the press. One issue was that the ball apparently became much more slippery than a traditional leather ball when it was wet, which happened frequently when sweaty basketball players were constantly handling it. Some players even reported that their hands were getting cut due to the increased friction to the microfiber surface. We move to human subject review board in research. There are some guidelines that can follow so that research can done well. Firstly, scientists should not do research that cause unjustified risk to people. For example, that people get injury and not safety when doing research. Next, scientists should not do research that violates norm of free informed consent because it is often the case that research is conducted without adhering to the rules and ethics. Then, scientists should not do research that unjustly converts public resources to private profit. Then, scientists should not do research that seriously harmful and endanger environmental welfare. And lastly, when doing research, scientists should not do biased research. It is a mistake when doing research. The next slide is informed consent in research. When conducting the study, the researcher must obtain the consent of those involved in the research in order to prevent something danger from happening to individual. Whether a person want to study in the research or not, individual have to right to use free consent to participate in this study. Among the component in conduct research, first is statement as to the right to privacy or non-participation. Second, the right to remain anonymous, for example, secret individual of identity. Third, the right to confidentiality. Fourth, right to drop out of the study. Fifth, the right to expect experiment responsibility. Sixth, description of potential discomfort of risk. For example, explain first all the research procedure before start. 7. Description of benefit to be expected. 8. A fair explanation of study procedure. And lastly, an offer to answer any question about study procedure. The next slide is about case study of this topic. The first one is a Malaysian cyclist Azizul Hasni Awang get injured on his leg during the competition. It showed a serious injury which a large splinter of wood from the thread gone right through his left calf. The incident happened because of other cyclists fell down and distracted to the other cyclists. It was not Azizul Hasni's fault, where he got splinter of wood on his leg calf. From the situation, we can the high technology have a good effect and bad effect. This is a wonder situation show direct harm to the athlete. The second case study, FINA, the world governing body of swimming, informed about the issue where in 2008 were introduced the high performance full body swimsuit. It is polyurethane and neoprene swimsuit, and it was banned because the high-tech swimsuit can decrease the fatigue and give swimming advantage on more buoyancy and speed. Therefore, the athlete who wearing the polyurethane and neoprene swimsuit are banned from the competition. From the issue, the athlete need to be prepared and alert with the procedure given.
For the conclusion, technology has made our society to the point of ignoring to the fact that there might be a day when our technology does not work and they cannot. At the moment, we need to live without it. We have grown to rely on our technology to make our life easier. If our technology were to go away, our life would be really tough for a while until everyone learned to live without it. But it can be detrimental to the consumer as described in the slide, which is technology in a bottle and the case study. In order to avoid the problem, we need to select and evaluate before something happens for our future technology. That's all from us. Thank you.